Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will start this game off with the football. Last season, the Rebels missed opportunity after opportunity to deliver the knockout blow, a game that they never trailed until the final play when Garrett Nussmeier threw an overtime touchdown pass and sent Tiger Stadium into pandemonium.
And one of the things I remember most about that game, David, was just how LSU got after Jackson Dart. Their defense and the pass rush was enormous in that game. They had 6-7.
Turning it on! How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling one or two guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll run this play from the pistol. Give to the running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved. And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says, like cheating. Yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools obviously so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'll toss it to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Tigers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Looking for the score. Intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And now on second down for this offense. Now the play fake. Got a man. It's Lee. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. A low line drive and short kick. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly out to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Pulls it in, it's Anderson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive, attack, come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Got the quick pass. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's got him still on his feet. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll set up to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown LSU! Fitted in the window for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Rides the back on the option, the give. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield is Simmons. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
It's such a nice play getting that sack, and I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud, arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country, and I know that having played here before. You do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offensive line to hear the cadence, to know when the snap is coming out, and you know it's helping this D-line get upfield. I think you saw an example of that on that last play.
Grabbed over the middle, it's dribbling. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
So now it's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. This time he's got it. Breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The give on the inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football.
Lost one deep down the right side. Got it. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. West Virginia dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from Tavon Austin to Stedman Bailey, I think we may have just seen the next great one emerge. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
There he goes. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Rebels! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
That is a huge way to end this half. Man, cutting into the lead, gaining the momentum. Nice job finishing the half with some positive vibes going into halftime.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The give to the back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He turns that loose down the right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we could be shaping up for one memorable finish in this Magnolia Bowl. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. Time to get back to the second half of a flowery but fierce rivalry, the conclusion of the Magnolia Bowl.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm.
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play. They'll move the wide receiver. To the ground. He's got it again. Running to Green. He's loose. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll go to the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pulls it in. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Rebels are flying down the field. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He makes the catch for the 2, and now they're down by just a field goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And these are the mistakes backed up. You can't. As a quarterback, man, you've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And that one will put them up here in the second half. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Snowed under by the defense. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Oh, he's got some space. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Wallace. And the Rebels get it past the sticks.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a 1st down like they did right there.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll take another shot here. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Wallace. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense in hurry-up mode.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Got his man quickly. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Diggs. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a two-possession lead.
And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Oxford for some time. They're up by 28 over the Rebels. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Makes the catch, it's Thomas. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive to...
He's going to throw deep right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Lacey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers. And
breaks into the open. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now third down. I stay aggressive. I have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
Running room in the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Looking to throw on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Berry. Touchdown LSU! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 2 here in the 4th. A 70-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lacey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with...
There he goes! Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. To the ground to try to move the chains. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Got him downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Rebels are on the move.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
To the air, it's Simmons. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Shows him the stiff arm. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Stribling. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, he missed it. No good. And with that miss, still down by a deuce and missing an opportunity to take the lead.
Oh, and they let a golden opportunity slip away. A chance to take the lead. Ball goes off the upright. Game's not over, but they're not going to get too many more chances like that.
Can't get him to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.